Today we will be making cocoa bars, a layer of graham cracker, coconut, and chocolate chips. Let's first start off with our mise en place. Mise en place is a French term used in cooking, which means to put in place or to have all the ingredients ready with the cooking and also a good cooking space. In our mise en place we have 3 sticks of softened butter, which I will soften in the microwave and put into here. 2 cups of sweetened condensed milk. We'll only use 1.5 of them. 1.5 cups of graham cracker. 1.5 cups of coconut. And 1.5 cups of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And a 13 by 9 inch cooking pan. The first thing we need to do is preheat the oven to 350. The next thing we need to do is to melt the butter in the microwave. My butter has been sitting out for a little while, so I'm only going to put it in for about 30 seconds, but it might need a little more. In that case, you can do 30 seconds to a minute. You want the butter to be almost completely softened, because we don't want any big chunks in the bottom of your bars. As you can see, the butter is nice and it doesn't have any chunks in it. So what we're going to do is you're going to take your 13 by 9 inch pan and you're just going to pour the butter inside of it. Try to get it all around. And if you happen to have a little chunk like that, just take a spatula or a spoon and just kind of smash it and do that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take the graham cracker. You can, and we're going to sprinkle it across. You don't want it, when you're eating your bar, you don't want any big chunks of like a whole bunch of them. Because then it would be like a messed up thing. So when you pour it in there, if you get like little bits of big chunks, you can just smooth it out with your spoon. As you can see here, I have some big chunks, but I'm just going to spread it out. And you want to make sure that the graham cracker covers the pan, like you don't see all the pan, like you can't see holes like that. Just going to spread it out. As you can see, I'm finishing out evening the pan, and there's not many big spaces. It's okay if there's tiny little ones like over here. So the next thing we're going to do is our 1/2 cup of coconut. You're going to do it the same way. You want to spread it out. But the coconut, it's sort of sticky, so sometimes you're going to have to use the spoon. As you can see. Alright, now we're just going to spread it out again. And with the coconut, I used 1.5 cups, but you can use more if you'd like. I added a little more coconut because we were running a little low, but it's spread out evenly, and that's the main thing you want to worry about. So the next thing we're going to do is the chocolate chips. Now, the chocolate chips is like the same thing as the coconut, except sometimes you get like giant globs of chocolate, and you still want to try to spread those out, but it's okay if these are a little more together. See, like this. Okay. Just spread them out and make sure you get all the edges, because the edges cannot be forgotten. The edges are like the best part, personally, I think. Okay. This is what it looks like so far. Next thing we need to do, condensed milk. So you just pop open the tab. And also, think about saving these tabs for school. You know, we collect pop tabs. Now, the condensed milk, it's really sweet, like it's really sticky and like caramel. So it's going to come out sort of slowly, but sort of fast at the same time. So just be careful and don't put big globs, because this you can't really fix. So just do it. I do it in waves. Now the other one you're going to use half of. I mean, you can use all of it, but it makes it really sticky. This one you're going to use half of. So just the other half, I don't know, it's not very savable, so unless you're making like 2 of these. Alright, so now that that's done, I am going to wash off my hands. I'm going to save these for the pop tab, so I'll take care of that later. Alright. So now, we're going to put this in the oven. Alright, so our cocoa bars have been in the oven for a little over 15 minutes, and and as you can see around the edges, the coconut is browned. You want that in your cocoa. So now we're going to let this cool for 10 to 15 minutes, because before we cut it. Okay, so it's been like 15-ish minutes, and my cocoa bars have come down to room temperature now. So we're gonna cut them into little squares. Okay, so I finished cutting our bars, and it's time for the most important part. To be able to eat it.